how about you set up the settings how you want to? Because I want to see what you do, what you think is like a big fun. Yeah, no, whatever settings that you would like the most.
Oh well, what do we need to do?
Die. We need to
Okay.
die, boy.
Okay.
I want to see what Daze's game looks like when he's in charge. I bet it's Tizame.
It's fucking crazy. World Economic Forum has posted another video. They're speeding up, boy. Alright, time to downvote them. Alright, we did it.
Uh-huh. Until they start leaving comments, I'm gonna constantly down. Until they start allowing people to talk. And then I will just
Well,
say,
they basically allow comments now. Like you can actually react to the videos when the stream is done or something. And you can expect what they.
it's just amazing watching people who think they know everything when they know absolutely nothing.
Mhm.
Something in
They all think they are smart
I'm using
until they
Hoovu
realize
in
they
the
are not.
Hoovie.
Whoa,
It's gotta help. If you use Hoovu and
whoa.
Hoovie, that helps.
Gunman. Robocraft, was that taken over by another one?
No.
Okay, so that meme is. The meme does not fit.
And the fans are trying to rebuild the entire game from scratch because they know the dev team won't. Essentially, they're making a competitive game.
Oh,
So
I
that
see what happened. Okay, okay, I see what happens. So he basically creates his own memes. Okay, okay. I think that's the case. Alright, guys.
I don't
Alright.
know. Ask the From the Depths people.
From the dupes. What do they have to do?
Yeah.
What's up with the from the depths people?
It's like, well, you don't create archaic systems, which the unfortunate thing is they're gonna remake Robocraft, but they're probably gonna remake it with the same flaws. It might expand it better, but it's still gonna have the
Oh,
same, like,
you talking about that small team that's basically recreating the whole thing.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're basically all just fans, and they're only like full-time and part-time people, so they're not even doing it for financial reasons. They're just doing it because they want to play the
For the
fucking game.
lulls.
Yeah.
They're doing it for the lulls.
Which means they're actually more likely to be successful. Because money's not going to be an issue, because if money's an issue, the game just doesn't get worked on, basically. And no one gives a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a hobby.
Yeah, money will always be an issue, just less than normal.
They just don't care, though, because it's not tied to their income in any way. It's a hobby.
Mhm.
It's completely separated.
Not like Throne.
And where it is tied. But I want to work on drone because there's more income, in theory.
Mm-hmm.
And practice, I mean, they just had the worst possible timing to have a fucking business issue when they needed to be up to date with the community and what.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if this happened like 2 years ago instead of 1 year ago, that would have been.
Well, basically we're doing a No Man's Sky issue. I guess.
Yeah.
We
Alright,
got
but
this
Renzo,
comeback.
currently, No Man's Sky is gonna get ray tracing support before Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous.
I don't even know if it's ray tracing that they are adding.
Well, it's just graphics up. It sounds like it's ray tracing.
Yeah, it does sound like it, but
If it's for the new consoles, it's ray tracing because the AMD consoles support ray tracing.
oh, okay.
So that is
Alright,
exactly what they're doing.
alright. Good to know. I want.
AMD is always a lot smarter. I think people are trying to say it's like, but AMD always have the terrible technology. Like Nvidia has these amazing techs that people use, like G-Sync physics. I'm like, okay, G-Sync is already dead. No one's buying G-Sync monitors anymore. They only buy FreeSync monitors. And who the fuck even knows what physics even is anymore? Like, no one even knows what that is. The only thing they really have is CUDA, but it's like, you don't. CUDA isn't like 100% market dominant though. Like AMD's like stream processors, which are basically the same thing. Like they're viable, boy. Like it's. I'd say if I don't hear anything today, the earliest I could start working would be Friday, and then it'd immediately be a week break, basically. But I feel like the job will kill me. I'll die from boredom. I'll be 2 hours in Kenobi, and I'll be like, "Fuck me," and I'll just run
You will die
away.
horribly. You will
Probably.
just die horribly. Like, really horribly.
Yes, I'll be dead. Probably.
That'll be the big death.
They stop launching LRMs at me. I know it's you. That's you always do this every time. You're the only person who uses LRMs. Alright, but I'd say that is very depressing for like the more serious games for Spacey, how they're just so far behind, in my opinion. I mean, I was saying that for I think at least a year, where it's like No Man's Sky's further ahead than the other games. Even though no one wants to like admit it. But it's like, no, they're way further ahead. They're actually like making progress. Whereas it's like Elite Dangerous. It's like an update comes up for Elite Dangerous. It's like no fucker is excited. It's like, oh, how's it gonna be broken this time? That's like what people are thinking. Whereas No Man's Sky, an update comes out, it's like big hype because it's like, oh, what new stuff are they adding? It's like no one's just like, oh, I can't wait to see how the game's broken or whatever. Which is what happens in Elite Dangerous updates. It's like, oh, they're gonna ruin it, man. And as for Star Citizen, it's like I think people hope that this update will finally be the one that like changes everything and like, sets the direction different. Or not sure. I'd say I definitely have more faith in Drone than Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen combined.
I mean, yeah, now we know what the situation is going to be for Drone. So.
So it'll be Drone will overtake Battlescape in terms of my faith, basically.
Probably.
Although it'll still be behind Hunter Nuts though. Hunter Nuts is still in first place for faith. But Drone will be in second place very adamantly if they get back to work, basically. Something hit me. The spaceships love me too much. Yeah, so Days, you like your amazing settings? And what do you think of these settings, Renzo? This is because this is what Days thinks is like the best possible setting. Exactly. But the problem is, it's 100% default. I mean, if Days had settings, he'd force everyone to using like a bomber, but he gets to use a light or some shit like that. And then LRMs would also be the main tism. A lot of tismery happen. Yeah, so now, anytime anyone talks about graphics and how behind HunterNet is, I'd say, well, No Man's Sky is ahead of everyone right now, so shut the fuck up. They have ray tracing. It's in the discuss. I already thought their game was looking better for the last year or 2 years anyway. But now it's just like, you can't even argue anymore. Why does everything want to collide today? What is going on? Everything's so magnetic. Everything wants to bump in. This AI is hugging the asteroid. It's a rock hugger. What a rock hugger. Yeah, I'm gonna die horrifically. It's gonna be the worst job ever. In capital. Be die cording. It's pretty good. Well, constant tricording. Well, that would be overload. Constant tricording. Why is there so many Smurfs? Yeah, the constant tricording is a little G-force intense where you can't yo. Yeah, churn on some tisms, man. Like, just turn on, like, random crap and not tell us. Actually, I want to do an experiment now that I think about it. So, it involves... Alright, so... Days, I need you to turn on the drag drives or whatever it was called. Drag, whatever the Alright. So, alright, now, I'm gonna try to shoot at you, and you just fly around like normal. I want to see if this, like... There we go. We're doing... I want to see, like, if you're actually hitting, does it, like, meaningfully slow autism? How much does it even slow you down when you get hit by, like, a gag? Because I'm assuming it does basically nothing. Yeah. Alright, Renzo, I'm gonna shoot at you real quick. How slow does this make you? Does it do any? Was it doing anything to your speed? Is I'm thinking Power Burn might override it. Yeah. Alright. How about you don't use Power Burn? Because I'm thinking Power Burn completely overrides the slowdown. Maybe. I can have you tractored here. You'll never escape. No, it escape. Can never escape now. No, it escaped. Yeah, so, oh yeah, Days, don't use Power Burn, but let me shoot at you and let me know if it slows you down. Because I'm thinking it's the Power Burning that's overdoing it. It's gonna keep shooting at you. Alright, we'll fly around normally then. Just without Power Burn. Go have fun, Yatism. Elrams. Yeah, so when I was constantly hitting you when you're normal boosting, how does it do anything or no? Then you can turn your power burn back on. How does it feel? Yeah, you can still just like hit. Alright. Oh, we'll let Fernando know. That frickin' drag drives doesn't do anything. Although, I think Elorims, like, magically stop you dead in your tracks, though. So, let's try that.
Heb je vijandig niet gepist?
I hear your
Dat is
girlfriend.
niet
Want dat kan...
Dat is niet het horen.
Nee, maar dat kan zijn dat gewoon dat ze rappen wat verdampt. Wat ik
Oh,
net
he was
ook minder
trying.
in de zomer.
Maar nee.
Zelfs ook veel drinken.
Nee, nog niks.
Ah, oké.
En ik ben nog.
Ah, nee, ik ben nog oké. Ja, kan je direct doen. Ja. Ah, dan.
Kompje.
Ja, man. Ah ja. Ligt er eentje. Ah, je gedaan met dit plan. Je hebt gedaan met dit plan. Ja, je kan vandaag.
Yeah, does the Elrim stop you 100% dead in your track? Alright.
Alright, boys, I have to go now.
Alright, have fun
Sorry.
effing your GF. I'm...
Hello, guys.
Hello.
I was just watching your stream, but I figured I'd just drop by the channel.
Alright, thank you. We were testing drag drives because we haven't used them in forever. It's like... Oh, it's off now. Oh, I feel like using more. So.
Testing drag what?
The drag munitions, yes.
Oh, the drag munitions.
Yeah, because they're still
I forgot I even
banana.
have that in the game still. That for
LRMs are really
for
cool
racing.
because they basically will instantly stop whatever they hit dead to 0. No matter what they're doing. So they're kind of fun. Oh no!
How do you guys like the recolors on the missiles?
I like them. I think Renzo said he doesn't understand.
He doesn't understand. What do you mean, Renzo?
Yeah,
Explain
he doesn't
yourself.
know which one he wants.
I can read the text chat. Say something in game. Don't get hit by that missile, though.
I got despawned.
You missed the alarm white. It's understandable. I like the blue because it matches the look of it better, I think. But at least now each one
Yeah,
is
I like
a
them.
little bit more distinguished. Oh, that. Yeah. The darker SRMs, they look kind of nice.
I mean, if this was a normal, like, aerial dogfight simulator, the missiles would hit it like any range and instantly kill.
Yeah.
That's the realistic.
The realistic missile simulator?
Yeah. Well, to
Definitely.
an extent, because it's like, if you have, like, LAMs, which are laser anti-munition systems, or anything else that just physically shoots down the missiles, suddenly the missiles need to be armored now, which makes them slower.
A lot worse.
And that means that evading them might suddenly be a thing, because they have to be armored against things that will shoot them down again.
Hmm.
Because if anything, it's like missiles are just made to be, you know, as maneuverable and agile as possible, with, like, enough of a warhead to, like, deliver damage, and enough range to, like, do one pass, and then if they ever, like, overshoot, well, that's it. It's not gonna come back. It doesn't have the feel anymore.
Yeah.
Or if aircraft are suddenly a lot more durable, then you need to make the missile so high yield to actually damage it that it makes it suddenly easier to evade. It's like missile technologies. Problem is, actual real-life missile and aircraft technology does not change very quickly at all, and stays basically the same.
Well, for all you know, these ships are so durable that those missiles you're launching are actually exactly that.
Well, you have
They're these
shields.
like they're these mega missiles that just they're
Yeah,
lucky to maneuver as well as they can
so
without making
that's
them
why.
any bigger and more expensive than they already are.
Especially the fact they don't do a pass, because it's like realistically they couldn't even do a pass if they were allowed to, because they would expire.
Yeah, they don't have enough time to turn around, so they don't bother. But I really just did it for gameplay reasons.
It's like, but
Just
kinda,
replay.
it's like you made a
You
more.
can come up with the lore
It's
afterwards.
like realistically, the LRM is actually very realistic based on how the game works. It's realistically how a missile would work if they wanted to keep using missiles. I would just say the design probably isn't as good as it could be. Like, it could be more effective if they were really committed to the technology, but...
Oh, yeah, the SRMs definitely look nicer when they come from the capital ship.
I'd say the main thing, it's like the fact that the ships can move in 6 directions, the missile can only move in 1. It means that, in theory, if the hitboxes were like ultra precise, it would be impossible for a missile to ever hit a ship, simply because you could be moving in a direction where it's like the missile is just constantly gonna overdrift, and the fighter can just turn inside it just because it can move in more than one direction, which would mean that you have to redesign the missile again so that it can move in 6 directions, which would mean it'd be worse in moving in the one main direction, so that would
Right.
make it easier to evade, but you could no longer, like, stay in its turning circle, essentially, because it would have a fixed turning circle. Whereas the fighters don't have a fixed turning circle. It's like you could cut in anytime you want to, you'd just pass out if you do that. Doing the dumbfire missile, we're trying to.
Is that what's going
Yes.
on there? Okay. Some smooth flying. Trying to get the dumbfire missile on you. Okay, that's the level beyond no pips. Like Super Saiyan 3.
Hit each
I
other.
do no pips with dumbfire missiles. Ooh, Crash is the next level. Super Saiyan 4. Did I ever get? That's when they turned those monkey form, right? Or
Yeah, that was only in GT, even GT was
GT.
decanonized.
oh yeah, then
And
yeah, they got
Super is what-
decanonized, and they became Super.
Yeah, Super is
Oh,
the next.
What do they call the thing after Super Saiyan 3? Super Saiyan Blue or something?
Yeah,
Or...
Super Saiyan Blue. Then it's actually there's Super Saiyan Blue too, but only Vegeta has that. And then Ultra Instinct is what the main one
Super
is,
Vegeta.
which doesn't necessarily make you more powerful. The main thing is you basically fight entirely off of reflex, and you don't consciously think about anything, so you just react really quickly. I'm not a big fan of Dragon Ball.
Wow. We you know way too much about Dragon Ball.
That's like the basic. It's like so basic. It's not even funny.
things we fill our brain with, right? Useless trivia for like. My little brother was my youngest brother was super into Dragon Ball Z growing up, so I'd always ask him questions. And I did watch Super Dragon Ball Z. It's not great. It's pretty, it's not like it's that well of a structured anime, but
Yeah.
it can be mindless fun sometimes.
Oh, if I had it loaded, I might have hit
Actually,
you.
my favorite thing about Dragon Ball Z is actually not the anime. It's Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
I think I know what that
One of the
game
fighting
is.
games.
Is that one of the ones where it's imbalanced on purpose?
Yeah, it's unbalanced.
Oh
on
yeah,
purpose.
it's the one where the characters they're not 100%
They're not
realistic to
they're
their.
they're not balanced to be balanced between one another, which is cool because the roster is huge, like 140 characters or something, and they're basically balanced based on their strength in the TV shows.
Yeah.
So a weaker character is weaker and a stronger character is stronger, but then they have team fight modes where you can buy your characters, so that balances a little bit. You can buy more cheaper characters or a few really badass characters. And yeah, but it's pretty much it's just the same thing that happens here. Like if I'm going up against a weaker guy, I might pick a weaker fighter to like mess with them. If I'm going up against a stronger character, then I pick the stronger character, right, to balance it out. But actually, some of the weak characters were pretty cool too. They had there were some really weak characters that had crazy abilities, like complete heal themselves. If you gave them the opportunity. So they, or there were certain opportunities, certain abilities like blinding people. That doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because I know it's not 100% in line with the anime. Because if it was, it's like the characters wouldn't even be able to inflict any damage, and they would get one hit.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take a character that can't even fly and beat the characters that can fly.
Yeah, it's like
okay, guys that are just using a sword.
All they need to do is hover like 5 feet off the ground. They can't do it.
You can basically play Goku from the original Dragon Ball series and take on Super Saiyan 4 Goku from GT. That'd be a pretty hard fight.
A dumb
you
fight.
could technically do it. But what's cool, it just had a good fight. It had a really interesting, varied fighting system. It's third-person fighter, a lot of freedom of movement, terrain, had a lot of the stuff that I like. Terrain, it had some stealth, like there was mechanics having to do with the little scanners they have. The scouters that only some of the characters have, but even the characters don't have scouters.
Oh, I think those came back in Super. The scouters came back.
Yeah, so
when they were only in the first season of Z, and then they were forgotten for the rest of
it. But actually, I got some inspiration for Hunter and his Space Combat Unbound came from that fighting game because it was one of my favorite games. But it doesn't work so well in this game when it's Dragon Ball Z. Like maybe some of the capital ship weapons can.
Oh yeah, that was something that happened in the last stream. What happened was Renzo hit me with a dumbfired LRM by complete accident when he was locked on to someone else. Like, we were laughing at that.
Wait, who hit you with the dumbfire?
It was Renzo. And in the stream, he was locked on. No, he was on the enemy team. But he was locked on to it. He was locked on to one of my teammates. He launched it at him, and I passed nearby him to intercept the LRM by accident. It's like, so technically he dumbfired. It's like, well, I was almost at full health, so I only lost like a third of the health.
Oh, well, still good.
Yeah. It's like you could clip it, Renzo. Everyone's allowed to make clips on my stream. That's how it's set up.
Yeah, definitely.
I had Days test it to make sure that worked.
Oh, that's how it works. It's a per stream thing. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta get going, guys. I was just dropping by to say hello.
Alright, I could clip it myself and save it for it. Alright, goodbye. I just can't be bothered to clip stuff. Just like, for some reason, I'm just not a clipping kind of person, you know? I like clipping, like... highlights. Get it, Miskell. I believe. Oh, I feel like it's that one. It's tis. It's like, imagine making a tournament in HunterNet where it's like, first person to hit with a dumbfired LRM wins $100,000 or something. Imagine how frantic everyone would be if something like that happened. Be a little silly. Oh, I dumbfired a friendly by accident. AI is being AI. It's kind of fun. I can be streaming for much longer. I only want to do a really short one. It's like, I don't, because I haven't gotten my start date yet. Days. It's like, goodness, it's like no one listened to anything I said. Like no one listens to me. Oh, that was close. That was very close. Alright, Alan, remember you were... it's time to get a rock or something. So, man. Or is someone wanting to make it random load? Yeah. It's like... well... I expect it when it's vaguely important. And I've said it more than once, definitely. And it's something I know I said more than one time. Wow. And are you gonna make it the Spooky map as well? Yeah, he won't get in the tunnels. Can you believe people who don't get in the tunnels? Unbelievable. Yeah. Get in the tunnel. Oh, you should change it to free-for-all as well, probably, just so it's easier. Or we can leave it on teams and we'll just switch. I'll switch teams, actually, Rinza. Don't change the game mode. Leave it alone. Alright. Alright. It's only slightly confusing. Are you trying to time it based on when I'm moving? You absolutism. Stream. Ah, I've been fooled. I was facing the wrong. Ah! That scared me. Yeah, fly in the tunnel. Just do it. Oh my god. Poked you. Well, that's what happens when you're addicted to power burn. Yeah, Renzo got, like, all the guns, man. Addicted. Got another normal ship. Oh, this is a very abnormal ship. It very clearly has 2 boosts. This thing's sprung. It's a spooky. So. That was a tism. Okay. How is the double boost like? Because it seems awfully tism. God. Not a hoovoo. Maximum G. Maximum. Oh dear God. Spooked. Tunnels! Oh. Okay. Alright, real quickly, but you better get in these goddamn tunnels. Makes the acceleration, like, really high, even on power burn. Power burn. Ah. The physics got me, Renzo. They came for me. What happens when you only power burn? Don't intermittently use this strafe. It'll be fun. I'll probably do this more. Power burn tunnel. He didn't die. Woo! That's a success in my. Oh. Power burn only in the tunnels. It's Tizamail. Ah, the days is coming. He's very angry. Ah! Days is very upset. Right. So now we're tunnel snakes. You need to shoot. It's like it's a free for all in the tunnels, so anything goes. Yeah. So basically it's you and me, and then we have a rogue element called Days, which is gonna spook everything. Oh, damn it. You got it. Oh my god. Yeah, it is. That's what we found out. It's Tism. Ah, there's sperms! Why is there sperms? I don't know where the day is. I found it. Alright, we're alive for a little bit long. Got spook. Yeah, Days is very spooky in tunnel. It's very spooky. Oh, and the other rule that we already agreed on is you need to wait for someone to at least get inside the tunnels before you can attack them. Wahaha. I found you. Ah! Gotta be very careful. His Days is tisming. Okay, we took care of it. Although this is the double boost light, which I like. I think I'm gonna use this in the future. See how it will go. Because this thing is flies like it's on crack, basically. Yeah, well, or the new cockpits, because the new cockpits will just be like less discombobulated. See, I think someone's having a tism time with 8-5. Ah! Ah! Let me out. I wanna. See, it's just like playing an arena shooter. You get attacked, you run away, and then when they stop chasing you, come back and get a double kill. It's just like an arena shooter. It's what I would do in Drone a lot. It's exactly what this is exactly how I used to play Drone when it was faster. I'd let people chase me, and then people usually wouldn't be able to follow me, and then I'd come back and kill them because they wouldn't be paying attention. Yeah. Yeah, because you could slam in the wall and it will clear your G-load most of the time. And you could just, like, bounce between everything like a ping-pong ball. It's like, actually, do we all want to only use rocks? Something like that? Want to try that? So we all use rock only and... Ah! It's an angry tism. So angry. Oh, I almost did it fast enough! I almost switched it fast enough to a rock. And I'll switch back to double holds. This is fun though, but I think it's a little bit silly. Yeah, the racing mode should have G-force because that's what will make the racing that's what will make the racing skill gappy. So because racing, it's usually, well, it will still contribute a lot to it. You're still gonna learn the right way to do the racetrack. Rocks only. Yeah, we're all using rocks nowadays, so it should be a little bit better. I know, you're doing the double boot. Zorenzo. Oh. Well, you freaking killed me when I... Yeah. Well, you learn. It's like you need to practice more. 'Cause you have none. Oh, that was so good. Oh, dear God, no. That made no sense. That made absolutely no sense. I just saw Daze do a tumble and tap a wall and it killed him from like what little health he had. It's like... So... Oh dear God. It knows. I'll know where it went. Bad place, that's where. You've been fooled! Fooled! Yeah, you're a ground hornet, right? Tell you. You wanna be more bouncy, you know, almost. Wanna be a tism. Ah! Fooling. Yeah, I'm doing the upside down strat. You're upside down instead of right side up. So we should do the knife. I wonder if the knife flying strat has anything to, you know. Upside down strat is... Fool! Alright. Oh shit. Let's do knife flying strat. This is worse. This is so much worse. Like, nothing about this is good. The knife strat is like actually to Hey, Renzo, you see what I mean by knife strat? Ah! It's so Tizumu. Ah. Ah! Oh, I rolled it. No, we're committing to knife. Committing the knife. Ah! Knife. I don't recommend it. It's awful. The worst way to floss. You have no reference for anything. Haha. No collision. Well, just don't bump into stuff. Easy. Oh, no, I'm not a knife anymore. I'm a knife again. Damn it. Oh, it's so hard to stay in knife and not suck. Yeah, this is still like the story. Oh, that was very close. Knife flying. It's the best. Plus, you get to pick your direction each time. Do it this way. It honestly doesn't matter. Actually, this feels more comfortable this way. Eh. Ah! Actually, the main thing we need spawn points inside the tunnels. That's like the main thing. Petition to move the spawns to being inside the tunnel. Its orientation sucks. Switch to the other side. Oh yeah. Well, you should turn this back off. Ah! Alright, still gonna be a knife. Knife. Alright, I'm gonna go back to upside down. Upside down is way easier. I got better at knife. No, knifistism. And we lost days, and which means I need to end the stream. There's no reason to continue. Sad. Alright, no, it was an hour. I looked over, so thanks for watching. Got to practice knife flying in tunnels, which is the worst thing you could possibly do.